Hello Year 3 and welcome to Lesson 1 this week of Spelling and Handwriting. And today our spelling words are enough and exercise. And we're looking at homophones, which are words that sound the same, but their spelling and meaning is completely different. So we're going to continue with that from last week and look at some more examples. Okay, let's go. So what do these words mean? Well, enough means as much as or as many as needed. So if you've had enough, for example, you might have had a packet of crisps or something, and now you've had enough. You've had enough of them, as many as was needed. Exercise, on the other side of crisps, exercise is activity requiring physical effort, like when you're doing PE outside, for example. So copy these words into your book neatly 3 times and pause the video. Unpause when you're ready to continue. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here are some of the words that we've looked at over the last few days. We've got earth, 8, eighth, enough, and exercise. I want you to see if you can find them in this word search. Pause the video, have a look, and then we'll move on. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is an important one. So homophones, there, and there. Did that make any difference from what you heard? There, and there. They sound the same, don't they? But there, with this spelling, T-H-E-R-E, refers to a place or position. It's over there. The ball is over there. That would be T-H-E-R-E. The children are playing over there. That would be the same because it refers to a position. That's what it's talking about. T-H-E-I-R, there. That's a possessive adjective. So if it's their game, it belongs to them. So it shows ownership or belonging. Their lunch was very tasty. They had salad for their dinner. And the other one is their, which is a contraction, which means that it has an apostrophe in it. So it's a shorter way of saying they are. So do you remember what I said on Friday about it's with apostrophe instead of it is? Well, we have it here as well. It gets rid of the A. So there. So they're playing a game together. They're having a good time. That would be the same. Okay, let's see if we can put those into practice. Have a look through this story and see if you can choose the right theirs in the gaps. We'll go through them together because it's quite a lot to write out, so don't worry about that bit, but just see if you can fill in the blanks. Okay? Have a look through, read through, and then put which ones you think go where. We'll have a look at the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Once upon a time, there were 2 twin witches. Their faces look the same because it belongs to them. Their clothes are very similar because it belongs to them. And their voices sound exactly alike because their voices belong to them. There was no telling which was which. Oh, did you see what they did there? That was a homophone. So which and which, but very different meanings. On their first day at magic school, their teacher said, there they are, there, like 2 peas in a pod. I will never know which is which. Ooh. That night, the twins cast a magic spell. They are not going to mix us up now, there, the twins said to each other. The next day, the teacher couldn't believe it. There they were, one with pink hair and one with blue hair. They're very clever witches, the teacher told their parents. Okay, hope you did well with those. let's see if we can keep using them in the correct place. See now if you can fill this in. Oh, into your books. I'm going around in circles. There we go. We are going to fill in these words into our books. So we've got brake, which obviously is referring to a bike here. So if you hit the brake pedal, there we go. On a car as well. Grown, so we're looking at plants there. So grown. And scene, so we're talking about like a movie scene there, or a scene in a film, because we can see that. What homophones do they have? See if you can work it out. And pause the video now, and then we'll check. We'll have a look in 3, 2, 1. Well, we've got break as well, spelt differently, but obviously meaning something very different. That mirror is broken. It did break. Grown. Oh, that's very different to flowers being grown, isn't it? And then finally, seen. Something that you saw, something that was seen by other people. Sounds the same, but different meaning, different spelling. Hope you got those. Right, now we're going to match the homophones. So we are going to say which one goes with which. Okay, I'll give you a moment to have a look at them and then we'll move on. Okay, hope you've had a chance to have a read through these. So, something round and often bouncy. Well, that would be a ball. Good. A juicy, small juicy fruit without a stone. Berry. When people are treated equally. Fair. Something which is important or above average. Great. Something which is simple with nothing extra added. Plain. Now let's see what homophones we can match up here. The money you pay for a journey on the bus. I reckon that might be fair. Yeah, and look how differently it's spelt. To put something in a hole in the ground, that might be bury, to bury something. Yeah, B-U-R-Y. Cutting food into small shreds by rubbing it against a special tool. Well, that's great because it's like grating cheese, isn't it? There we go. G-R-A-T-E. A word which means to cry noisily. Well, it could be bawl. Could be bawling my eyes out. B-A-W-L. Yes. And then finally, a completely level or flat surface or an aircraft. Well, that could be a plane, couldn't it? Yes. P-L-A-N-E. So see if you can match those up. Write ball next to ball. Write berry next to berry. And so on until you finish those. And then unpause the video. And we'll move on like we are in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it shows you the answers. There you go. Have a look at those. See if you got them right. 3, 2, 1. Can you make an example of your own? See if you can give that a go. And then we'll move on. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, the triple homophone sandwich. Below are 3 homophones. Can you use all 3 homophones in one sentence, which still makes sense? So they've got an example here. It says, it is not great to break a vase. Very true. Can you think of any other examples which use all 3 of these homophones? Maybe you could write a sentence in your book that uses not, great, and break. I'm sure you can. Pause the video and unpause when you're ready and have done that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I bet you've got some great sentences there. Now we're going to try it again. We're going to try it with meet, plain, and medal. Interesting. Pause the video. We'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Really looking forward to seeing these sentences. The next one is grown, seen, and weather. Pause the video. We'll move on in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So that's all the writing done, the spelling done. Make sure that you've got capital letters and full stops and that they all make sense, because we're moving on to handwriting and we're practicing the IGH, or the I join. Let's have a look to see how it's done. Okay, here we are. Let's have a look. We start on the line, go halfway up, all the way down to the top of the G, loop around, all the way down through the line, loop, and all the way up to the top of the line, big one there, all the way down, and then flick, and don't forget to dot the I at the end. I'll play it again one more time, and remember that we have to do this join 5 times and then circle our favourite one. So take your time with it, make sure you're really happy with it, and then we'll have a look at the words that have this join in afterwards. Okay, here are the 3 words that we have which use this join. So we have the words straight, weight, and height. So what you need to do is copy those down in your neatest handwriting, paying special attention to that IGH, that I join, and write those words down 3 times each in your books. And once you've finished, you've done it all for the day. So well done for all your efforts. We'll be looking at homophones again and seeing what we can find out more tomorrow.